Baby I do be na be make impact ho. Wo free obi akwas ade we pa dia smesi. Oh yeah, number 1. We hang kwa ye wi da. That's how life is. Yes, Christo basas so when you fear the asamiensa pe. Jesus Christ was on this earth for just 33 years. But your body dear more than 2,000 years in it. It was a break a crabby or the year Jumano. He made an impact in the life. So rest in peace. And it can't and then Ebeko Lumba Fee, Ewan Cry, is Legon, Etimetim, Edafe, Ni Chrome, yeah, war, Bear in Suta, Ewa Mampo area ho. Near her said the Busiani in so one more a jam Charles Kojufu supply known as Daddy Lumba. But I then common do center on the Bawku conflict. Na yaka honsem what can be done dear bio pa nye dear pa na Ghana e wose ya yentimi nye ya afedie Bawku ensensem no agency sa atoso amase enkoda ye mu senior high school Bawku ye 16-year-old boy ne maame ne papa na koto school mu obi akọ school mu akoyi akoda no abontuo pay enye Bawku senior school ko na regu senior high school so enkoda mienu hey, yakumo mumi yensenyina. Areho. Dear ebetuma yafa ho bia no enya ntem. Se dem sha no pe na meka no. Edimwa mabakumase. Se sha kumase eji ahoho. Na enim sa ha manprusi 40 ya kusase 40 enti no. Obere ntokwana firi aba ha. Ya hanso no. Utranye ye na se bia onko akonante ba bi di hu sa wo kusase ni a. Na semo ato so last week e honso ni hasuni pa mienza elom se boom to ku omo a chese enya seketo a kabra wo sudan kwa ake akaba
yeah fa
na hoye
ya me adom hoye pa
very sad way to begin the week.
Very unfortunate. Two sad incidents and I see also Bawku the protracted day.
Yeah.
But and also I Charles Kojufu memendano anopa na yehu
sana motia na news no bae ba samanfo na tamanfo tabo na uto iti e base am ze omunyai nya no kre sa but this one there
Kojufu enko wabe ne de 200 and over 200 songs and spanning a first of 4 decades oba modern etimi ede ebesum aye Ghana mine na no ana medi nkomo ba bi nam so obi si o ye be den ye hu lumba bi nam so ni pa so wan be timi replace lumba obi no be replace lumba see anya dia obi foforo betimi asa apagya de obeye ye no wa ye na fam de wa wi eko to Bawku Wofa yen sikire ni yenka because eni eya yenyan ne ekoso e wo Bawku no eni eya yenyan se enei yen kakrakra asom kokokom ho kakrakra mkokokom ho kakrakra last year no mu honom na etretre eba na fe oti bas ma wonsi abeyu ne ekum see atra ba bedu the central part of Ghana eya santimantem
ye tie kumasi sa
nim sanye bi yenim san menim ade kropotia be ma onipa da seni so biti ne baabi se so free hanti na wakofatu na wakunu na se bi oku nipa kro na ntokwa no etu ntwae so the best thing is kwaya mpanfo be fa so a o metimi aka asem ma asem no kre no anase bebi a o se eto no eto ma asomdwe ba no yenka na yentu amanyofo no so fu se omunya amanyosem na
asem ni gira
wo mode ye no
ona asem nyina go ka be 3 months ago na kusase for youth association o be press conference be ka say semo a mampani ma ka kire o mo campaign no enya na no mu
womunya amanyosem no mde wurawura
and na video na social media so some company mama can say there can be only one chief in the area eti omuni so oba obeka say kusase for na ye dia na obaji akonya na momo ena eba ya ba nye ne sa
onti no kran baby also omode to no omfanto na amanyofo no ntwom ho frim ko eba ye ena sabi o mpi ho no ne ho akan enkwada sabi
Bawku Central MP yes in the hotel
amakoshino dwerebe enkwada say last week so I think say police commander wo mo ekokoshini fie sa omakoshini fie na ye kase enkwada a wo mu sua de ya mba be bo man no ebi kura dem say friend saying a mistaken identity
Bawku de che say de akwara no mo kope no enyo ono a
mokunu
ala mabo ni pa foforo tu akuno
just like that
life I say ye tini part sia kokko
That's just like that.
I want to quite just say, I say, Akuko, as a cook, I
just like that. Ucho ni penny watching a bit and no abon to a kuno.
It's about almost for a war, no school for no, almost for a war, no, go you school near Kodan back out of the campus and Umbukuno.
So what ye ding? Oh, we are similar. What are we seeking for? Tien to mean come out some gray Emma ho. Emma near meant to me and to ye Emma. Mean so any Ebon homo di be a boaman near as to me about. But those fashions that are into the way, some am to nan to Honoma. Aye,
come by, be kind statement for the squad for Sud by. Just I said the all Canadian. I say, or more that, or take a course on it, I can't honor say. Say the baby I do here, and your peacekeeping view. And your peacekeeping view. Ain't no air from for a bako na yakwa kudi enkomona said the situation a tear power on the ground curfew aba and the ekoso nyina no yahwe na ye de honsem so ato ya said me kai no so I say Bawku Senior High School wo mo akase nkora na nyina enkofie. So there is a video yeah just some friend nkora na nyina aka say mon kwa hu hia yen ti de asi enti en person of parents tifie number fra ba ka say
that is the best thing to do. Because all to the school honor say why then do you stay there? Because they can't guarantee your security.
They can't guarantee your security. Because Senior High School there. So until the Munkofi, a chile na yaba. Right. From the former next week almost as right come so Reverend Dr. Samson. Yeah, and also a walk boko in Ninko. When you heard the situation on the ground, the idea that the cars will be massa ada. So many good morning, Christ as you get on count.
Yo, open me pacho, good morning.
Pacho na mpo ye die.
Obo ade na daroma ane mo mpae bo. Ye ho ade. Na mo so e.
Ye ho ye na mum ye da na ye ntimi na ma ye ninye ene asori aba fi se de ekoso boko no hwe last week de si Kumase ha. Wudi esisi ya weekend so ato aso boko me school fo nko da miensa yakokum mo ya. So for de ekoso enti die nti na asem nko a de ye ka e makai
me da se le dika na me sanso na ma chefo so na ye o be cha na sembi e de fa kusa wono mo ehini ana o asanwase na omo frɛ no na ba Malik nipa bɔne so bi epite ekolitie ekubo ni tiwa enam so ema no edeto ananadom edensiedo na sa papa no so no na ono ene meka ne se kuta so no omo engineer na bibi bɔne bia ebisi wo Kumase ho no ma na ono no ekasa kyerɛ omo se monjai ma adwobro emra na kwa se papa no aye sila ntino na papa no se oma kwan na akunkuma mo kunkum no se ebidu ho no mo na akwa ye se asanteman mo na ye no na ye wura otumfo enam so kimi ma na wo he no na kye se wani ni yie ntino na on pene so ma di bone bia nsi na ito so mi no so no na ye ahempon a wo krom hazura na traditional area na ba bura gwa zoka de second na okodu krom ho so a na wono ne peni a okosi ni so na omotimi okwa hemfie ekodi komenti papa ino me kansa me kana asema ebedo so ade be na ni tuma nyina ne se omo nam so yi papa yi free wi ase ewie ye no na say special for emlant no so ka so okay sa na tie dia ye so ye be hwe kwan a ye be fa so na ya kumkum ye ho esam se makum ye nipa e wa Accra makum ye nipa e wo go so Maba Kumase be kum yeni pa ko kum yeni pa so ya Sante Chimai Maba boga be kumbi anti ni na chi na yese omo ye mediation process na se enkoso dia ene ye maye nyina ye mfa ye honjim peko anti no mo be hu ni se enye mo nko na mo nim krom we na nam so a se a escalate abedu ba bia ye dro no na ntimi enka se ohino no ewu na ti no ye kuza tefo na omo konkonkom ni aka no Kumase ana Accra ana se ni pasto ewo mantemu ayetete no na emom no eye saa Bawku entokwa no na enam so ma wona awawu Accra wona awawu Kumase ene wona awawu na lerigo sele wo sibi saye no enam so asa ane ma nyina ato so be sisa emei
Robert yenhwe de see school for die enokra na aboye pusei How did it happen? About saying school for school dormitory, your two friends so saying what in on us what happened? Brebe in the sea, a quite better fast so the petty rescue work with this abony.
Oh, sir, your Genesis, your Becca, they now what you be in money. And your Betty say, or him Poma Wukum has Zurana Borava over the second is that to see na esi highways ya your friend is saying after for soldier for ekokububugu ya one more SC statues no sa bakrona no sa military for no ebura sa school mienu we no ebubu school nkora no e ma bi kra for mu prayer na enya asem ketwa eno no na ya after for no enya se bia timam for no ana say nipa bonfo bi a ye de susu si ye hu wom na mum na ya after for no ena omokodi ise adwuma no ntina empenifo no ene aban ne kase enu kwa se asrafo kobu a school for ese omo no de nkomo mfa ho empo no se muhu ni se wo bi wo honom na se ni se wo pa you only face the person out then you send the person to court and I said yeah what's all ye nipa no wa ye no enti no we ne ba ye no me no wo kasa ni de ahade anya fa di agro metimi aka se free na stani ene anase no executive for mo hene ne to ye bi ne no owu a ya kaba wo krom ha enye no ena omo ka wo media no so anase enye no no mo report wo TV ne so ame as a reporter am say no wo krom ha na dia manitia no metimi a record a 45 to 49
if you last week Tuesday na your ball kusasi ni be hene etu kono kumase no ewu asi on bro bear 40
bear 45 to 49
wow
but enyen yesibia na media no ya report wo so esam say ne police for be ba be ku ene ne doctor for be confirm eno na be ba book mu le mom ne omo akọ omo ato akwena wo bi hu ye no mo akọfa sie omo no keka ho na ekọ 45 to 49
wow
enti no me no kasai no na enra no na e wo se omo ma ye nkora no ekofie esam say dodo na fi asante mom na omo be sua de enko ba so obi ba efri baby a wo be sua de na obi esam say mra krata ba e de free excellency John Dramani Mahama ne spokesperson ho e kan say omo sere say omo be ye tax force omo the tax force eba na je say omo be share peace na by force the asunye ne so on na media process ne so and omo the by force process beba Jimra sa akrata na bedu ya omo kan say aban ne say o release tax force for omo aba no na etwa say omo ma a school for no ekofie esam say omo nim ne ebeti atie we na nam so a omo ma a school for no so ekofie no na no na chi no nkora mi no omo bo omotuo e wona leregu no na oto susen nkora na ebe ye kusa asefo but kulvia che na nkora na so ye bi mubafo a obi ntimi hu ne say nkora no e ade a omo ka omo support kusa asia na se di nti eno omo kokum na etwa so omo sa ade ka ekọ na leregu ho na se north east for na kusasi ni bia uko school wo ho omo so sa omo nyina
na sa bi mo bana obo din no omo so omo ka conflict ho ana omo belong to which faction
eno ni ansem wanwa wo wa ye bobo no ye ntimi hu no say no omo suspect so omo ye kusasi no say kusasi language no are common in this area how a secret or ye tribe to be a ontimi nka wo no ankasa ne tribe no nipa na kasa na akọ nim na wanhwe a obetumi akasa bia na oyɛ tribe na ɛno nti na nam so a wonhunu ne yɛ hu no na yɛ kasa yɛ keka ne ma asi wɔ ha ne dia wanhwe kra de bɛkye wɔ ha but mpanimfoɔ no gu so a wɔn mo yɛ ntotoyɛ sɛ wɔn nya ne ntiyɛ sɛ mmra krata ne baayɛ no kafi bi baayɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ Bawku municipal no wɔn kɔda 2 o'clock na wɔn sɔre anɔpa 6 a.m. na leregu so nkomo so nkoda 2 o'clock no mo sorry the next morning 6 a.m. but me no kasa no na nti ya nya na ye cover war ground so ne say na leregu for no ankoda some say they resisted the curfew they imposed on them and on campaigning for no so yes say omo be friends and for nshi bodi na omo dia tun sem for anim na omo di ato aban na nim say aban no e few hours na ba na wase asimasi ana wo benten mo no ye no mo nkoda na nkɔba sɛ baako kɔda na baako nso ankɔda deɛ na ɛka sɛ ne wɔkɔdaeɛ no nso ɛka sɛ me nso menkɔda
ɛno Reverend mahu videos ne bi yɛ asɛ ɔhwɛ a na regufoɔ deɛ bɔɔl wia nto nso ɔmo nkɔdɔm ne nam kurom a na sogyafoɔ ni kurom hɔ anaa
ano ne asɛm bisa a ɛwɔ hɔ a mpanyinfoɔ no sɛ ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo hu no ɛfiri saa mmere yi akɔpem anwummerɛ no ɔmo yɛ press conference ne wie a ɛwɔ sɛ mpanyinfoɔ atimiti mu ka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ɛyɛ kusa asefoɔ no area ana yɛmmu sɛ ɔmo hene no nso ɛdi mu anaasɛ ɛdeɛ na ɛkɔ baa yɛnti a yɛhyɛ ɔmo na wɔn mmom anda na ɔmo de ɔmo daeɛ.
Sesi a wonam hɔ a how do you feel? Kronomu amanfoɔ abohu anaasɛ obiara ɛkɔ n'adwuma so peacefully a wonsoro bibia.
Kronomu wontimi nam mu mane yɛyie. Wontimi nam mu ɛmane yɛyie. Wobɛnam mu ama na yɛyie a na woyɛ timamoni a wonim kronomu yie. Na sɛ woyɛ ahofo a wofiri baabi aba na bɛka sɛ mɛnam kronomu deɛ ɛnyɛ adwuma. Ɛna neɛ san so tɔ so a Emma Timampo, na so mo yi kakra na say one say binduri no ene Bawku omo bohye enti Bawku kuna no make us omo district no enye district aso bebre enti wo hwe ba bia Bawku Senior High School no wona eno no ese a eye in between the binduri and the Bawku municipal and I would ho so na wo ko kakra so a eye ese in between Pusuga district and Bawku central and you know wonam Pusuga district ho a wo hunu niam a ekoso akoye sese on say curfew na ba ma Bawku for and you know wo no wo be first binduri site wo be tuma ya adwuma ana ne wo Pusuga site so be tuma ya adwuma but all the same no the one nam na wan say ya wo hu be bia aboba na be fa I don't think that basa no then you say ya mo geji no mo.
But anyway, say MP for Bawku Central, majority the Honorable Mama Yaga, the hotel being Crawford Jacotum. What's something to say?
Metinyaka say, yes, a fan by Bino, a no credit. As some say, Yajuma, no, I near you who know you put dance here. Now, Metinyaka say, a no credit, and no credit so. But never no cry, a woman say, a young passer or more attempt here.
Okay.
I said, me asking Akase, assume a quiet and I will maintain a quiet and the Yantinka. As some say, Antina Casano will move a crew for no more Hana, a crew map for a good for no. And who say, Mahamano, and I hear the cost of everything. I am Mama Yaragano, or no, I hear the cost of everything.
I don't know what's why they.
Thank you. Among some more can you say, nke ka His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nkoa nke na ye no kasa no nka bibia no akọ na wiye na emom no Mahama ayarga no MS ye se o maame eye mampusi ni enti no o maame ka se emra wo bi wu no e mane mfiri no wo famu achi enti emra o mo ye so o mo kwochi papa na enam so ma wo ye ne si nyina no ayarga na aye ama o mo ankwochi eno ne de ye atefem ye ntimi confirm se yampa something na mengina ko na won so wongina ho bi ena krata bia nso ama ankyere se ayarga ne ka se ma o mo nkwochi papa no na emom Timampo no aye gujas wona se ma o mo ka ne se Excellency ka so okwochi papa no ena ayarga ye so ma o mo nkwochi no enti papa no tia oda so tum kono na amantokwa no da so goso anipa ewusha no enti wo mu hia no kra wo kurum ho ne enti wo mo che ka se na no ka se ro mu hu wo mo hu no wo kurum ho a with all the MP no on mebo ntuo enti ja mo hia ne bibia kra wo kurum ho no
Reverend eto de am say Bawku de common say the musical bi ebebo ntuo je ase amanfo wotuo pa amusuro wo mutimi brandish number bia
Etuo ne de ye common wa ha etuo ne de me ka se enye common na meboa eye common ba ne eteni se ka wo ka sa wo ye search a wo betimi a search 25,000 years wo ha abobakora nyamfa
I see
yes as am say wo huru ba bia omodi tuo ne be che wo hu ba na wo kura tuo ne kura wo di nanim no wo be che ne be wie na tuo ne kura no
daira
enti more few people say yenya omo agitu no eye kituwa bi enti kroma ha de what ana wan ye say bibia na say wuti atu
Finally, say Kofi Appiah na ye ka say na lego for the no man fa anya adwuma. O man fa wo boko so o mo ka say.
Thank you. And no me ka say empenifo a wono ha ene na nanu maten kunya o mo kurum ha no e che say ahenie bia nchen ahenie. Na peni bia so sin peni a wo na lego no sa peni ko na o wo kusi agoma mu ha. Enti ekoba say ye de krata afria ban mu aba. Afanu mienu munja ya akosi meja na ba akosi minja idia na akoye se fanu ba akono se yenhu a na che se ye dina chini de na eso enti no obu betena se no omo adwenje ho akata omo kata wi na se aban ne se okay enhenda na mede ma mo afanu mienu no me ti ase se mo mienu nya nkoda afan se ko ba se afanu ba akono ntini ye adwuma na ye chenchena se fanu ba akono nkoda so a eno so no mbe hu ba bi a omo de omo tin so ebefa. Right.
Rabbi Yada say it is say the BCH Bia no Obama Kessben a tea for so a hunu the air coso. Yamenka one pay.
I
was a Reverend Dr. Samson Yaman before Ewo Boko or no now say the CEO Kumasino and no and almost says and the Kusasi Yahine on the Kama Sumjuba, one of Monsa Canada. Any monso munsumwe na de bay ewo okay ye go head obokata
ye ko famra na some no some no dosu na
okay but I can't see of open phones o se beju phone a pay net tin kakra ni wa scientific hospital do tanimo o se award de otenete afei scheduled media ICT o se bra bejen TSS training and afei Grace Gift Hospital so wasi ade bia da so ba nyamenti ubenya ya sa madaruma ela de obokrata wudum semro na poso ya de breo kiyego
wafa ya shasia na as usual the daily graphic ena ya de shasia na said daily graphic epeja ensem no yemfa tudwen daily graphic essay Ghana Mons Daddy Lumba nti ohwa Charles Kojofosu nimfoni eda soro ho last year na okase ono so nya sister ibi nti enei they also you know why ti se okrakram okasa na okrakram nyina na okrako ti eno eda hanum essay ministry okay ma yento so IGP visit Aswase after killings ti Inspector General of Police and also the ATN say wako Aswase na order say yanhwehwe thoroughly vehicles mu yanhwɛ mu yi pa no ho ensem COA respond to clinical trial publication and also a paper no anim. Army deploys forces in Bawku Ntokoya. Government evacuates students from Bawku Nerigu and also no common and what is ye did.
Yeah, the Ghanaian publisher there to associate Maakye remains in ECOWAS as third deputy speaker. Bawku SHS closed. Government deploys military. NLA boss wins top leadership award. And 500 Sawam drivers receive free lines from MP. I've heard Maakye say about last week. Now, you can say, Dean, you can ECOWAS Parliament. Yes, Sunday participate. I question parties on ko. You have finished one concord to another. So, and about school SH said the video no share no. Say school no penny for so one pass them. Yatum. Kolanu Kofi. Opinion that NLA no about what they are when you na fe MP for some. Was say a drop for be a henum. Or my kwaji. Driving license ho kan nyina afa onya ko akrata ni nyina wo
right we have a daily guide and trust so emamo NLA boss wins leadership award and no yedika ka ho ensen speaker parliament endorses KGL's CSR feats and also ewo ayekrata nim Daddy Lumba dies at 60 tears flow and no caption the daily guide and so at the manafame woko aye and chehonoma National Youth Festival set for August enti eno and so ewaha we aye osefo ono eda mabunu no na odin sami and so abetu dwam two Nerigu SHS students shot dead and bad yedi ho enkomo
yeah the Daily Post and to associate NPA launches steering committee to champion 24-hour economy in downstream petroleum sector pani oda NPA no ra egji tamaklo o chese say NPA forms 24-hour economy no on be yon shama say petrol no pumunyina and baby etu no 24 hours so mo ye adwuma. GPHA Director General urges importers to take advantage of 24-hour port operations. Ghana Port and Harbour Authority open here down. What say? Wa okra niema ba no. 24-hour adwuma e wo harbour ho. Enti ye chinchira say anopa ukọ na egbo nunum ayapon wo do pa abra nwumere nunum ade ncha no pa no awi na ukọ 24-hour economy because of National Youth Festival launch in to drive skills, jobs and change. I won't boast like Baumia. Why na kasa atoforcing say me mama yes Dr. Baumia say match dollar no and that ama at prison not to prison the clean am IGPO or say me mama
why you cautious why you cautious
we tombo asepa me make bi na ibuka mesimu a maka ego
right ever Daily Post and trust okay yen trust one the Daily Statesman mom and the air twasso NDC plot against minority leader fails as he enjoys fixed tenure at ECOWAS Parliament. Say no mkasen come there a year honorable Patricia Prege kono say that be muntimi yin from Camera TSA. Yes say onwa and econo hak. Bawku conflict triggers curfew after renewed killings and also the pictures now are very disturbing. Another play keeps promise to enswim drivers and also Mafix NSC champion agribusiness as engine for job creation and also
the Chronicle to us say attempt to oust Osahene from ECOWAS Parliament fields. Avenue marking. Yohunu's 132-day crusade, cross-border crime tamed. Promises to replicate the strategy used in Asin North in Akwetia as well.
Okay.
Christian Tete Yohunu, IGP Obai onya na oha adu asamienu. Na say no, and we offer di Bonifree Togo, Bagana, Ivory Coast Bagana, Burkina Bagana no. Abenase. Wa she bo say the Asin North IGP dada breso ma ho abato ne yeboko no. Akwetia so obebisa. I don't know anye bi wo ayi Ablikuma
no nim se beba ne sa
onim se Ablikuma no beba sa
afele ne yaba no ho
hweno
The Ghanaian Times and the air trust so Ghanaian Times the government gets tough with Bawku conflict I know a year krata no and him no say moves from peacekeeping to peace enforcement 2 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew imposed on Bawku Neregu and environs. So man pening as I say the yeah catch them na muntia and yeah be use force na yeah the yeah hwese be adwuma and here
ela 2 p.m. o man for a day na Neregu for some
I'm so muntia say some yeah the curfew abeto so mom nya yeah the curfew abeto so but a ho na man for ko yi school for be kun omo so ntimi nka say ho no mo dwosa anything could happen omo to kwa no eye bibio because you can't differentiate when you will two or how better say obi ha omo the information enam girl let the be omo ku no e wo bus no they went with the information say assume city bus no omo do no say when friend assume city o say me ni achi na ekuno so these things they shouldn't and this fan say atra ni agro bisa omo mpene me force na omo force say na regu for so be that 2 p.m. and so ehun ensem e wo ha 1200 excavators impounded 9 red zones forest array possessed. Land Minister on Galamsey fight. And NLA DG picks award for boosting national lotteries and also our Kratano a name.
The new crusading guide. The new crusading guide and editor saw or say millions lost as government remains in the dark. Or say holdrooms hijack Azle load stations. Na no me ho ka bia articulator bia afa niema na odru overhead bridge ase
entiminko
na ontuminko
ai wa fabro so ba onam saa no de nam saa no de
abedru ba bia fe de owura bridge na ase a ontuminko itu bisa ase nti onam kwan so ba no ye hunu ba bia
ofo mu hu ye hu de mu hu ye na de oso mu ye so mu ye
Okay. Or say Trasaco lead guards granted bail with 800,000 K and 2 sureties. I feel I don't pray fulfills promise. I can't want some editor. Masu to Chrome Boys against again over Asanko gold mines. Crofo woman Asanko for this year crowd.
She ya mo chayam papa nyasem.
Asanko for your day.
I mean nim adeni poti but
how much I say corporate social responsibility.
Omonye.
Ya na omonye.
Omonye. Na so
omonye. But omoye bi, omaye bi.
I say nyentokwa we yako kan ya yako kan.
Omaye bi.
Nti omne omo krosi gidi.
Anyway.
Right. Ma yentoa so na afi yenfa the Daily Post entoa so the MPA launches steering committee.
Daily Post
oh yeah.
And the new trust.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm for new trust, I'm for trust. New trust and essay. My friend, we na
Kessben.
New trusts. They now no so eka.
Okay. New trust. I say government deploys armed forces to enforce peace in Bawku amid violence. First import death recorded in Ghana. 23 new cases confirmed. Speaker. Parliament of Ghana endorses KGL Group's CSR achievement that Lumbe's legacy will echo through ages, President Mahama declares. Yeah, ekasa efa Bawku de na ho. So ya for do good impulse ya de buy no. On say ayi nipa bebre de but so far na enkum obia. Afi na omche say nipa baako ahwere nkwa ho. Ama nipa duonu mi ensa so anya bi foforo fresh cra. And as speaker so KGL for abaso that Lumba de no. Omampene excellency Mahama bra beto dwa no. And raw issue statement send Ukraine that Lumba obaye adwuma ya na adwuma obaye no. I want to so be kwa aba. Na Ghana ni wiase da sora ekai da Lumba ko wakata no nya bia we mu nyina awom ya wetimi so akenkan bie ye ba na se kese ema yaboafo opana phones emfanto nim se woni easy buy da oroma odi abruchira be duru Ghana ha the era ya obobo sika no akoto dream phone and this can also pa nya asem we da from crap is e atwam abruchira na wura hwa na credit card ni no wage phone no na yet tips kakrati kura no atuawie ene opana phones wo de bia bagana bra wo de oba ase kakra se ni kura me de beto ase eno nko ani hia wo to ase wi na do Ghana card akire ye he wanim se ke odi na Ghana card nso ni a no na etwa picture no na de ato yes phone be na woyie wo se me yi Samsung me yi Itel me yi Infinix me yi Tecno na ye bi app no akire se sei na tie in demand bia betu ase so wo me de se mtua na wotwe na atse na wotwe so a body wotua ne shem bones ate afrim bo shem na ate afrim yes simple titi asa ka eti akon te me sew upe bo ba fo me sew opana fo se bra no pay ya se amanfo ni o the iPhone kraba I say the iPhone so be ka ho so na iPhone say modu so ti bra ba ji bi na tete kakra na ho brand new original phones ko an ton with this flexible pay man no crowd they say no mtwa susu da bi ya opon no tokotua 20 Ghana tum okotua 20 Ghana tum ti obadwuma says this we can also to 120 so eti okokora si a na otua wi nya fe na sika na ode ye adwuma no oyibi e de akoto mobile phone opana phone shop ni mi no ba ko ni Prudential Bank ni hwe no mo abosa ka na fe Unicorn House no enum na Prudential Bank na nim ho pe opposite pe ho e da ba ko so de Ezra FM Achabaro building na Ezra FM no opposite one so no opana phone shop ba ko 0244 230710 0244 230710 so
Grace Gift Herbal Clinic and Laboratory Services say ene anopay Mamusa say hello ho ya na so ho nya dia na do ni akire ho na yama umpom no agina so kama pa na your qualified professionals are ye ba aye bidro ayemu a womo abokui papa womo ene de bidro akawa na chese ho atowo ti say ye stroke diabetes hypertension hepatitis A B C D and E typhoid fever any new malaria ena etete wo anase osa emu ahodo nyina fibroid ena sabio wo ba age oyefun ya boso ye hu asa wonyem enso da bi typhoid no wagia kenten so brane ntu na se watene fa akoda mom entum hunamani ena ensane yade hawo anase sabio wo bema opostrate no ena kokram abetom anase ya na ye kese esunsunso aso no se wanhwe anka ho nsem tema e de haw ena bebrɛw where bema so sabio well to mu so wonya bema where bema pa to physically ujina hon mo say yes bema name nanso sabio si ye bie punu ni ehwe bema na otem na otem say kiti bra na sa bema no ono wo de no enye pese ohun ujina ho a na chese ye bie punu na otem say yes we bema ni bema name na bibia akọ sanso na sabi where ba wo so ahemfi ho no aha ho nkoyi wo hwese wadress shepe na nam ho na sabi ohene pese okwa ahemfi na obi ho no ye ho na nkoyi sei bra na hwate ene wo de no so ensem sanso na sabi opa wo ho ye de ama bema na ba ni nyina bra na yenhwe na wo bi sanso na wo bema waye mre wampem woda wada se hate se utun krom ani ho dabi bema de also ye wasede se bema uwura ne sore no pa from mi wura behwe na se atop no kama antimi nya sa de a sore ya no adwale no ko wegya ho no ko sanso na ndam yade na etete wa bra na fe yenko emfa emam Grace Gift Herbal Clinic and Laboratory Service ewo Kumasi Oshim School Junction barekese ekwan so enkran ye wo new Achimota Petroleum Bungalow ye new ne Family Life International School no ene de ehwenim edi enim hwem 0246 518003 0246 518003 ana 0543 320030 0543 320030 ye adwuma firi dwada kosi kwasiada no so sabia meka se ye bie yap no num na ye ka ehini ano
Niwa Scientific Herbal Hospital Dr. Nimo your friend the womb and penis repairer enye din hunu kekenedi ato no so emma nyamenam no so amomanya ba ato medin no edoso pa na otu bi abekọ no no baby ba ebonobo ye wode be che Dr. Nimo evi say awo pa de ade bi esi oba qualified bird grievances and how be wa hudie mu no ne fidie no de adwuma no e different cra ebema how be hunu to ase ma wa that month na awsenyin sen etomu ebe so ana beba no wo low sperm count se de meka no enkwamo no wo so mo doso no mo di apraprea na ba kope ekosi oba an kosua no a na chese oye wonderful fearful mate enti bema ho nkwamo no so a enti me nche oba nyin sen unsu na agene so de na chese emo no muti ayikono kono kura mutumi miare nko omanim ena ma kwehye nyin sa ma yie bema ho wode wo fomo de tie friend penis repair bra no mo awo na gina wona so o kidney eye o sabo o liver o brebo ena o heart akoma organs we miensa ena di nipadua nam wode ya akọ no how bi ba ho a onsia no ntem ema wo ntie wa na ha wo afi ulcer ena wanya no mpem no mututu wo korabo was mko school mi hunu for retentive memory ni nyina no ni wa Scientific Hospital ni Mosebra Kumasi wato sumana ko jansom ne Adansiro Bank ene din hwe no mu enkran so mal 7 Janet Connect Ope on Tantra Hill no for 0244 087687 0244 087687 afi 0279 087687 so
Sketch World Media Institute that tun safre win central juma yin apeso ye bi na waye aye ni ye na oso nyantete pa ya womo abokui won central adwuma mu womo ya charge din ya sabio ye bu womo ena sabi womo san wonim dia womo de betimi de akire wom na woso watimi abeye mbapne mapa na oso e won central adwuma ni mu enti ene ye kasei se graphic design na apeso usua video editing and camera handling, TV and radio disc jockey, TV and radio talk show, TV and radio sports and commentary, TV and radio newscasting, say ye Cree, say ye English, and reporting eka home. Also do any HM was Sketch World Media Institute, near intensive practical TV and radio training. Yes, go nowhere doom. Na ye fisa ye jeno so de da form boko ha obi atimi tuabi ya science hye ya dwuno hunti The weekend classes assigned Abbey Pearson, Ebiana weekdays, Nunya Daje, Emma, Habe conflict with Juman in Yamabia Orientin to me ma. Weekend, a Quenya Ewa Honum. Yes, I was special discount, and my first 20 people are. And nay, one more ebeba. We are assign a show bomb. So, Wusia, the enabling assign a mount a attachment, our radio station, a TV station, a ding. Now, so I could shebi Edia Kahon. Na the TN said, Banai Nabra, Kessben FM, as the house, Frondex, Nafa 50 cities, Bede 50 cities, Ebeje or form. Na also wet me aqua cushion dem, Abayan Century Emma Pam. Na number name 0249 414039 0249 414039 and 0552 856467 0552 856467 Nanin painful in incomo.
All right, let me have a message in the kakra. Ebesa call na ye security analyst na kodi nkomo na ye hunu DSC aka was ye ye no nti bokun nsem ye kan ato ntwada. Musa Bato from Aswan say, I fully support the government decision to deploy the armed forces with the necessary force to deal decisively with the rising insecurity in Bawku. The situation has escalated, and those behind the killings of innocent citizens must be treated as enemies of the state. Criminals who take up arms against the nation and those who support them with resources and weapons must be fished out and punished without mercy. Ghana is a peaceful country, and no group should be allowed to hold the entire nation hostage through violence and lawlessness. Capito Benchiagos, in fact, now everyone will know the real character of JDM and the NDC. They are not ready to obey the laws and rules of this country, like I keep saying. Same lies and propaganda that brought them to power will soon expose them. Baba Nkavio. Kwame MPP from Asukwa, this Bawku crisis got to stop. I think I have a better solution to it. We should just take away the women and the innocent children away from Bawku to a safety place and allow the men to fight and kill themselves till no one is left. Ghana will be a better state to live without them. In fact, we are tired of this nonsense. Kwame, for nation building. Anyway, Kwadwo Brody from Kumawu Bodma say, no one will come there and tell you to stop the fight. But also people of Bawku, no one will come there and tell you to stop the fight. Can't you listen to Tufu and President Mahama? If your life is not as important for you, please, you can kill yourselves. Abba, can't you can't you think about your children and the women? Please, Mr. President, if they can't stop the fight, don't use our money on them again. I'm for Bofu. Masaudu from Bantama, I thought peace will return to Bawku once MPP government is out of power, because JDM said Bawku conflict flared up anytime the MPP was in power. Now that NDC is in power, why is it that the conflict keeps escalating? The NDC used Bawku conflict to their advantage and captured political power. Regards to Chairman Ordino Kofi Appiah Kuka. Good morning, I'm Okay from Bantama in the Senate West District. For the first time in Ghana, gunmen are invading schools and killing students' lives. Lives have been lost at Bawku SHS and Narigu SHS. In just 7 months, hundreds have been killed or injured due to the Bawku conflict. This is a national crisis. Good morning. Okay, we request him. Daddy Lumba, rest well till we meet again. Your input is a whole institution. OPK Patriotic Voices Goso was say insecurity in Ghana under Mahama is unprecedented, with the killings at Bawku, Kumasi, Narigu, SHS Bawku, burning Honorable Mariga House and Bawku, etc. He did politics with the Bawku conflict in 2024 election, so he's reaping what he sowed. Getting to the 2024 election with innocent people being killed at Bawku, so Ghanaians must resist this oppressor's rule by voting NDC out in 2028. Lawrence Wacheke Buche, Asenua Soren Kwanta, on the substantive matter, the best solution to the recent Bawku disturbances is a retraction of and an apology for the reckless and unguided comments made by Mahama Yarga in a build-up to the 2024 election. I'm of the firm belief that if Mahama Yarga takes this action, we shall see peace in Bawku and its enclave. Long live Bawku, long live Ghana. Bawku for some person longo. Teacher Kujo from Tepa and Yasuso. I hope the NDC and JDM has learned their lessons. He said that anytime the NPP is in power, the Bawku crisis escalates. So the NDC government will bring peace to Bawku. Must you bring politics into every issue? Now that the NDC is in power, what's happening in Bawku? Instead of coming together to find a solution to this age-old conflict, they took advantage of it, blaming the NPP and Bawumia for it. Now, they should find a permanent solution to this criminality. Greetings to Chairman Odeno Wofa Kofi Appiah, Kuka. Teacher Constitution from Yamwase. The Bawku conflict is more than politics. JDM and NDC previously accused Dr. Bawumia of arming the Mampusi tribe during his time as vice president and claimed the NDC will bring peace to Bawku. Given this, why has the conflict erupted under NDC leadership? Greetings to Kuka and JFK. Oyebo Boateng from Achuman Rebihi, MPP media patriots. The security agencies should be up and doing because the recent killings is becoming unbecoming. Greetings to Justin Kodia Frimpong and Honorable Amua Euku. Bawku and Narigu are in flames. Killings in Kumasi. The much touted once vociferous Mahama men of God, such as Ajinasari, Ibidadakwa, Sam Kranchiankra, Duncan Williams, have sealed their mouths. Some chiefs and other clergy are championing the third bid of Mahama in Ghana. Service charges increase. Our much touted men of God practicing miniature hell in Ghana. Kekusi from Ejoso Besiase. Wofa. That Lumber's music has always been an encouragement, and I hope for me. No matter what you are going through in life, you will find a song that speaks to you. Whether it's a song about perseverance, love, betrayal, gratitude, or hope. That Lumba captures the real emotions people go through. Rest well, that Lumba, I'm so sad. From Ekabis, Manchester, Old Trafford, Combrook, Grove Road, and on the way free a buyer. Okay, and you can also keep your messages coming. I think I have one from Israel. Solo is listening to us far away from Israel, and he has also sent a message. Let me see what he has to say. Now, if you any the security analyst including Komo says, say, ya can be a buying ya na yinku bisi na bokono ekwa na sabisi na nem. The yakra na school phone call ayo momo babetro wasi. Yami adumo next week ya Monday na watchi ya na wasi no asofo no asase ramboa. And look at the situation in Kwara Kofi. Ubi nim time wa ombeba. Wofa, good morning. Considering his philosophical lyrics, the creativity and the articulations in his music, all I can say is that Lumba was a gem and unmatched when I listened to his songs. Then all Ghanaian musicians are on kindergarten. Although he's gone, but his legacy will remain forever and ever. They refer to that Lumba from Solomon and Chubosiako, and all the way also a free Israel memo. By or say, OTA live. Okay, what is your take?
My take is on Bawku. We can't go without talking about Bawku. It's a national issue, and we need to talk about it, no matter what the situation is. Ghana, generally, you regard it as a very peaceful country. A country, sebi yesro se ye kamoja egu na untimi enko yesese bi efie bia mensem ewu ti enei Bawku de ne eya beyese sebio abatos ena esensen ye komu ye de aya ye komu na medi yaw kakra because amampanyifo ahodo bebre abetena Ghana so no ase yanhwe ankansem ni ye because ase ye ka ase yenka ena akofa niema yi ababeto honum ade amayen ye hwe nipa Bawku conflict ekuomo since a chassis between Mamprusi and Omo Kakusasi yi a chassis ebesine. Yeah, from enfie pete besine reference saying House of Chiefs ahodo ya atrase akasemi akọ court ama court ahye say still saniema no ekoso na yenhwe han na sabio bebi anokreda yentimi amfanto ne ansechire anka se nokre ne kan eye den yansechire na anka na ye de amanyosem ebewuremu a wofa de bewie ya ni enei de what so saying ohun amane kese eyo mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de beto dwa so mo boa meboa eye wo mo Bawku youth woko ebe ye press conference ebe kan ni pi say wo mo de ya amanyosem ene nam so a enei de no mani da so mo sabeka wo mra o mampani ya osisu ni na ban ebesi so ne party besi so yi wo mo ensa enkan and look at what is happening there se bibia bema politics ewremu a wo fedru bibia ye jaye man no se de asomdwe no ebekọ ade ato nchen ni ahwese yenye political party no bibia de kwakọ wie ni mom ena yeni eda so we should go beyond that one se uyenye yi wie anasa se obi kura prayer. We should think more of the nation and obedience, because if there's no nation, definitely you can't have anybody to rule. Unyo bia obedience so. Tibebi asam ne dano yemfanto. Ne yanka asam ne manenko. Enei akoya curfew. Yaman payfo uremwa na ke yakase ebeye ne but to say baby ati air chrono. Se yama police for ni soja for nanko urem se de ne omko ko uremu na ebe hydring. Womo so omo kono, they shouldn't take sides. Because an escalation here by the crown being a free, the attire, say, or any Bawku, the statue, so your folk bugu from a shin, a coffee sansom winning a buy. Tia qua, yama prayer and co. Nayan minister, there are young people in the nation, or more honoma, say Sabi, and paying foreign a Sabi or Mompamon and Quadan no honor, moya dache, Adema or Mino. Look at what happened at the secondary school. Wo bi a work school no aba be sua de no aba boa ma manpuntu yakwa chinekuno just like that, because you just say ebia of freeman produce or Bawku news or whatever near yakokuno amaneko. So enei momo and just omun treating with the kid gloves womun ko with all that reference and knowledge any expertise omo na mo hwase betimi asolve santokwa no amana afri ho. Ye mediation no entimi fa hwema en na tretre ne ya ba bedu kumase a se bi obi otene ba bia ono krese wo pre asomdwe ade ama hofo no yakwa kuku no na to atwene enti nei se security forces no etu anamo a they should do the right thing, make sure say all the necessary steps also mu take ema sumdwe etimi ba na bi kan ye man no eno so say nipa amu ye innocent ye kun da ben na ebi anaso na mba bi wo hwem tenten me gram ya anhwa na yo na mba bi na yakasa bi akwa bi ofri ho no bi aba beto aso so we kwa. So I think say adu ba bi a very alarming, and the government should take steps to address this issue. Anya sa wa fa bi abeba no na enye
awesome. Yeah, awesome. Said the man before no catch there, no. When him say, and yet a school for no guana say, Ikumo Munipami and
I'll say,
if I catch they say, we are the bear 130. And that Bronubi Bawku air for Patelemi, a ho omubo, a branty back 42-year-old, Bumbo to Kuno. But you can't watch the videos and the pictures. The videos and the pictures were their banner, untimi here. Apart from school more other civilians were also killed. So I don't know because as some na here kano just a two factions na the original no obi an soft understand say the here kano ke odi say na esefata me de but assumption it's a compromise BMM and I said the obeye tia mi bia no mesumeto so re
meyobi and the man you
and the obeye tia mi bia no ti me duadua ma na manya na menya unua kra bi hu nipa bi na me kunu sa anan a asa na me boa to me enye no so quite how Yakubu time no nyina na ho.
It's from before independence.
But Free Hawa Yakubu 2004 time no election. It was
Aye.
serious.
So pathetic. So pathetic.
Never again. And I was say, yeah, this idea near politics. Never again. Never again. Cry because all the amount the is a mama I gana ye kano. Ne mame side no. Mampusi. And on the papa side, you could say. It is stand a very good position to do this mediation. One now ye MP offer free ha. Two for free ha.
Yes.
It's not also to me mass yenaba. Because maybe a becobiano, a quitiao. Say cokusasi for side that your matrilineal lineage, your patrilineal lineage, you know. And a court mamprisi for so matrilineal side and so. Eti ya dia mahama yaga oma mampeni mahama mwano that is so ye bia obe masum yaba for ye konko tie semo a wori tu yabra simisha se o parliament efa sa entokwe ehonebra.
Mr. Speaker, 2 days ago an unknown gunman shot and killed a soldier who was not in uniform. And yesterday in the evening, the military detachment in Bawku and its environs, there's also a detachment in Benduri, undertook an exercise of ransacking almost every house that they came across, beating up everybody, men, women, children, old men, old women who could not flee, injuring some, destroying the properties of others, smashing television sets, fridges, and everything that came their way. Mr. Speaker, I made several calls, tried to urge them to stop. They did not, and this morning they continued. And as we speak, the military, the soldiers are still carrying on the operation of beating up everybody that they come across in the town. So, Speaker, let me express my most sincere condolences to the family of the soldier who was killed. I will never condone the killing of anyone, especially a soldier who has left his family and has come to help us establish law and order in the Bawku area. And I've urged the law enforcement agencies, the military, the police, to work with the community leaders to try and investigate and identify the person behind this unwarranted, gruesome exercise of killing a soldier who has come to help us maintain peace in the place.
Mr.
Speaker,
Mahama Yaga, I am Rasoja Nemo Manfo Bawku Central, Osaya Majority Leader, or no, and Fisha Sienoa, Tokano, a pempe so nipa bi no hwere won kwa no parliament na obrifu parliament dear akoso yenkoti omampani John Dramani Mahama in the run up to 2024 election or also okade oba baba na odi find a lasting solution to the Bawku conflict no na ehwe say the okaye no saying as he say it's very unfortunate the same one AC ho no arokra take a listen.
To take this opportunity to condemn the killing of a member of the Ghana Army recently in Bawku. The members of the Ghana Armed Forces in the conflict zone are peacekeepers who have been sent there to protect life, limb, and property. It is unacceptable for them to become targets of a conflict to which they are not a party to. I, in the same vein, wish to condemn the high-handed response of our men in uniform, which resulted in assaults and injury of many innocent civilians. I can understand the righteous anger at the loss of a colleague serviceman, but we must exercise restraint and use effective intelligence gathering to identify and bring the culprits to book. I wish on this occasion to extend my condolence to the family of the deceased soldier, and at the same time to extend my sympathies to all those who were assaulted or injured in the military counteraction.
We the Omampani John Dramani Mama do tuja na say enye election time de no na say the ba city se so yeni ba kon etu abuba akam na say so where NDC executive here wo boko no a omu nyina ne bre omo so ye centrofo nhyiamu ya omo kai say as aban de dum ya nyasa de abanye boko ntokwasem no bibia they will resign and block omu nyina be adwuma na to no makọ because bo aban share omo no enye no adwuma na omo bye oye yenti de omo so ekae.
Rage, deeply alarmed and outraged by the deteriorating security situation in Bawku and the total failure of this government to protect the lives, dignity, and rights of the very people who gave them power. On July 30, 2025, the people of Kusag woke up to what can only be described as a state-sponsored assault, not only on civilians, but on the very soul and authority of our traditional leadership. In an appalling and indefensible act, the military desecrated the image of our revered overlord, His Royal Majesty Zuran Bokunaba, by setting ablaze his statue, an act so vile and provocative it amounts to declaration of war on the people of Kusag. The justification for this barbarity, a reported attack by unknown persons on Mampusi buses and the military escort. While we do not condone violence in any form, no civilized or lawful state responds by massacring innocent women and children, invading schools, brutalizing students, and injuring 2 of them. This is not law enforcement. This is state terrorism, and it will not be accepted under any circumstances. Let it be known, the Kusag people have reached their limit. During the 7th December 2024 election, while the rest of Ghana voted for hope and progress, the Kusag people voted not just for development, but for survival, placing their trust in the NDC and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, believing his administration would deliver justice and peace through the rule of law. That trust is now dangerously eroded. The government, instead of taking bold and lawful action to resolve the chieftaincy conflict, has outsourced responsibility to the Asantehene. The perpetrators of violence walk free, a worsening crisis, deepening mistrust, and a growing perception that the government has chosen political expediency over justice. As the frontline leaders and campaigners of the NDC in Kusag, our lives are under serious threat, not just from the crossfire of violence, but from the growing anger of our own people, who now see us as enablers of a system that has betrayed them completely. We refuse to continue risking our lives and integrity in the name of a government that appears to have no respect for our people, our leaders, or the promises we made on.
We NDC amanyukono mpenufo a omo ewo kusasi hono kusasi fo no na ote se omo kasa se bosha ba na hye omo campaign breso no omo problem ni se omo ediamum yesem no ka yenchi omo na so bae no aba so pasudwe to the show two for us on pass we bra omo madibo ne akum nipa no they are walking free. That is their problem. Yengo se Kusag Youth Association omo so de ombe kae 3 months ago almost when you brepa say didn't say about we ba asubia ba pa abanko nye den yenti de almost so ekai.
All right, good afternoon to everybody who is just listening to us. This is a press conference by the freedom fighters of Kusag in conjunction with the chiefs, queen mothers and elders of Kusag traditional area. We want to bring to your notice, Mr. President and the general public, about the continuous unprofessional conduct of the military in Bawku and its suburbs. We Kusagis are peace-loving people, but we are running out of patience with the way the NDC government has been mute on Bawku conflict, while people keep losing their precious lives. In this NDC government, Several press conference has been organized by different people in Kusa condemning the unprofessional military brutality in Bawku. In this press conference, we plead with the government to ensure that this unprofessional conduct of the military be stopped. But all these pleas has fallen a deaf ear to the NDC government, just as the previous government was doing. We realize that in this NDC government, the military brutality in Bawku has been intensified even more than the previous government. On the 28th of March 2025, a group of military men went seen beating Kusasi's women in the Kusasi Market Square. Just because the military guided Mamprisi women into the Kusas Market Square to them to buy food, stuffs, and the Kusasi women refused to sell to them. And that was what called for the beating of the Kusasi women. By the military in their own market squares. As we address the nation, some of the women are still receiving treatment in their sick bed. We want to know who ordered the military to conduct this barbaric act in the Kusasi market squares. We encourage our women in the Kusas market square not to sell even a leaf to the Mamprisis. Even if the military escort them into the Kusas market, don't sell anything to them. If any Kusa woman is caught selling anything to the Mamprisis, we will treat you like Mamprukwa. Just 3 weeks ago.
Asem okaya mom se mama no se oye Kusasi ni na se ukudwoso a ento no baye bi e ma Mampusi ni. Okay.
Some person you and our
Ediani aye die no.
Some person you. Na some you say near person you. So we dey fa some you ma. Some person you. Asam kro na wo ho na mo ntrase na mo nka na mfiri ho. Na obi amoso mo person you no. So bi kwoto ade a na ofiri han ma menton ma no.
O ho se nipa de Mampusi ni enton ma no ton ma no a e betitiw se wo ye Mampusi ni.
How?
What is our thinking?
What is
our thinking?
I just don't get it.
Now, how do you then put
no
press conference? I catch the Ghana for say, oh yeah, Kusasi ni and to do anema Mampusini. Oh, I was therefore, and no, yeah, dear, or Akoko so are ye abides say, dear, or more, I say peace enforcement, ever ye, Juma, ye say military officers don't meet me out for so peace now, ye pen at the curfew nearby, no, and Russell the carcass and I look for some say, we no me no party, omongo that in many ye. What will happen? What will they do to them? The Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council also at the security measures directives biaba said the CEO Kumasi no cry na hadwen say ade ni nim say Kusasi Mampusi for ne simboko ne wo na etimi to aso ba Kumasi ade asay na nye o was say no motorbike operation is permitted on the road between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. Yeah, aswase ho no ana. Motorbike riders are not allowed to carry passengers or additional persons during permissible hours. So we motor. Sa time no motor no masoase ni area hono utimfo bi antrechire. Motorbike riders are prohibited from wearing attire that can conceal weapons, including smokes, bulky jackets, or 3-piece outfit. Also, my tie no. Omo chese woko ho no so unso bi timoto so no ose saa tententen na etu ehye mu
ya na niam ahyehyem
aha
so om de niam ahyehyem ho na
wahye guso
na kata so
aha no oba nti asoase ya de ba bia basawase esie no wontumi se saa tententen ni bi fantam moto so. The use of unregistered and unlicensed motorbikes is strictly prohibited. We are there, okay? Some that will drive up. No biti moto so number mo ho no obetwen ba bia posifu gina omo nka hwe nkire no
yaso ye ka ho ofa ye ka ho se ye shase yusu mra no se de wo use because edora bia ye lenient we sanema we bi ni jai na eko you say you mrase also be otimoto so be a helmet. You must said this time how many of them
they don't wear
it. Obi the motorbike ni nam. Yeah,
number
biamo. No identity whatsoever. No until kodi bone a. Edu anwumra. Yen feature ho ya. I was a victim some time ago. Yen feature he ya. Obi say hwi wo ho obi say matiem memetiem obi de sekan esi omo so. Obi hwe moto na chi no na number ba kokura mo ho. No obedi ewu na wokọ. Sanya we o sanke yakada yen twen ma asem nsi ansa ne yakọ asem we abawo. Yen twen ma ne nsi.
Okay.
Near the Chama some Nissi Rian San, where we are with a judge Joya, saying Asapeja, near Gusunia sign a year.
Commuters are not allowed to carry any weapons, whether license or license in cars or in motorbikes until further notice. There is heightened police and military visibility, including barriers and random stop and search checkpoints. The public is urged to cooperate fully with security personnel as these measures are for our collective safety. Be informed and careful. We are the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council. Before we are Santa Mantemi almost one woman I can we say why baby a CBC to ensure Sibia body be a channel and no encomo and a edian. Okay, my uncle Jasumra, ye buy a beconia daddy lumba and so the echo soap ni fee etimetim and mampon the chrome any other. I was for MP focus so cow Sibia okoto fuel diesel na petrol or filling safe you are say utriano the buma one kobe bia na saye and a fuel buma or tell bia the card na mo so unusual noise be okanum e bia the fuel no matter treating no o de bia fra National Petroleum Authority for say uni how kra for mo no bay so okoto fuel e was filling station bi na you say a boo and a fuel buma wono enye papa for 0302 550-380 0302-550-380 so it's a free number and I'll bet man nante pam won cry so head office no e wo Jolo N1 highway ekwana so and our region bia Santa region bia wa wutie bia no wo head office so ha okwa kwakwa asem kire wo se makoto petrol gi se wo bumi and a petrol buma amenye papa 48 hours. So confidence says we no problem be a report no makọ hwem enso de amawo NPA where customer care meets excellence.
Yefantu anim se oyobi a sebi eba se yenti obi entra ho siesie ho an ho nyefa in fact wani je ho pa ene ne amekan watom watwafu amana tonkwam prekope nyina ne se ye wo salona enei ye nyina ne ye ko afi amanfo ni ba ho ye ko ye nimu a na ye wo eye team e wo ho ye pebia ka ho na de yakpa ka ho de ye hwetitso ene se obi a enei wonim de efa eye tri ebo ho aye new hairstyles ya bay na what techniques ewo ho nipa kro na so osesa bi o wadwuma ye no wontoto na se obi ho a wonim de na so na adwuma kɔ ne nyefe ye mpesa nkrofo no bi ya osan ewo experience e betrayum ana se trebo na wabokui wo mpa woni nipa ho kitahudie no ekɔ nanim ha sanso na yo bi a obetim ne amanfo akabo mu na maye adwuma nkɔ ye mateme ho bi asem bia se wo ye sa nipa ne bia na kyese wafrɛ ye number 0240 621413 0240 621413 na yeniwuni nkomo.
Silence na MTN for so ka say MTN Yellow Thursday no say akere kwan amamanfo hu say o to data now to me turn ya wada Thursday boa pa for mobile phone no ya wada no pa bia no about star 138 hash star 138 hash another simple my MTN app wa download wo phone so a no answer ko bon say Yellow Thursday won wo mi aso pen de o person to no atoto 1 giga ubenya 250 megabytes so to 10 giga no more 2.5 gig bi won pa na so the mobile money toy ntino o mesa ma free ticket ya bekutum dwa ko esini e wo silver best cinema won cry na wesel mob ave wo kuma se a wakọ e osini no golden cinema e wo kuma se mo tiwe e double bonus pa na MTN duma wo kai se ya wada Yellow Thursday to data with momo na nya chede pie so e ka ho
e dey pay for se fantum anim wa brante wa babawa woni abrese wo ko school na amanfo bi enenam kwati kwan bi so e de Kessben group and a Kessben University din enenam titru ya omode dada manfo se neibra yenye workshop bi ma bra yenko hie wa ha no yenin komo na afi yempe a scholarship emfa emma ewo Kessben University payfo se enkantum anim se Kessben University nsumo bia in fact yensumo bia se wonko hie obia wa bonten na wone no enin komo na ompe scholarship ma no se Kessben University tu anamo bia sa ya wo nipa owo ahyensode ya edi adanse se ofri Kessben University sanso ena yenye dwumadie bia echese yensan ye fie ho enye dwumadie bia enye bia abonten se be dwumadie bia ye ewo ye fie hanum ya ti obi onam sa wo ye sa de se yentumofo ahwe obi age osika na sabio oyi wakwa ti de ewo ho eno no enti se upemu enchemu no se ampa asem ya ye kan enokra hwese nipa kro no busane se ne ID card wo he en na chance dia edi adanse se ofri Kessben ha no e wo he fa so ntimi anyi bia nkyere wo pe wo boa de to so mienu busane nipa kro se adenti na Kessben kakra kai wo ho nanso abonten ha na wo ye no ntimi anya no a wo boa upenkyirimu afre 0551 66 6933 0551 66 6933 na jinchemu ye
Kessben University Korea go so council we SHS now pay university abekwa onya bodin krata unto sini bebia eno ane Kessben University College Ghana Teacher Education Commission for Ajomatum na o here 6 credit passes English Maths and Science core subject no when you elective me and so aka we mature so when you fear dunu no mu abra na omoye accounting marketing human resource management banking and funding na business administration omoye computer science and entrepreneurship media and communication studies omochre omo BSc nursing midwifery supply chain management logistics na a course outdoor which me I to be show so person ko university a eno ane Kessben University College perform ni bito ewo multi credit service salon krobata bi Ghana be bia Kessben University College city campus no adum abose ne asida house di hwe ni mo no afi Kessben media Kumasi adum asida house wa ena nkra Kessben Twin Towers kwame kroma sector course obenye bi ato o main campus no ewo Lake Road Continency from 0501 637383 0501 637383 so na anyone any enkomo. All right, quickly yakwa so Dr. Sadiq Aduchum akodi enkomo wa security analyst na Bawku conflict no e de pa na yakwansidi a se se de aginsemu esa doc so tienka emwachi anopai wa Kessben FM ne Kessben TV Plus Kumasi
bacho memo mwachi
nampom ye de
nyame ado na bacho monso
ye ho ye pa doc da se yenim se mampani abeto na monsen kote kokoso from mampusinim kusasefo na wonka Bawku asem aso wiemra wonka nru ba bia omuguso de na last week yete na kusasefo epani ba Kumasi ohene ba ko makobo ntuo yete mi pa mienu abo mutuo afei de weekend de assisi ni high school mu e wo Bawku na lego yakuma school for miensa chise reporter yenya kra tete mamufu a ewu kra de miensa no kra de sa doc say de pa na yenye biu efa Bawku ntokasemi ho
yo edin kan no medin kan echia o na mechia o T4 ani ahwefo anopai kakra metimi aka anopai bedamase se mo ya konya nya se bia se butterfly che ye wonimdie dudu binti but agenche na ye che se na be betimi de asomdua ba man no o hwe ade friend say Bawku nsensem na it's part of what we call communal conflict. Na communal conflict no nyoma bebre na etumi ema ediba in terms of resources a bit land, a bit chieftaincy issues, a bit religious issues, a bit ethnic issues. Oshe Bawku na taking a dimension of religious, political and chieftaincy with ethnicity imbibed in the whole conflict. It's very complex. Very complex because also Bawku, now the other ones are also taking their own form. Now, say all the approaches are one say will be a friend say peace building and they will peacemaking. Difference is peace building approaches no. The idea friend say anobabai. nyoma na ne dodo no a efise eno no ubewie no na ade e fe ne se abutoyem akumatoyem na ede aba. In fact, some of the approaches are about peace building na yehu among your friend transformative approach. And you won't say, and no what transforming a conflict, no, and you be what would buy a Casamua to say, baby, to say, oh, we say Janetwa, but I'm the yeah, I don't know, say, oh, qua, na yatna near Casam no Boko, na a babu bika, Cracamponi, a bonacaka, na yatin said, Yawi, 1 year or Chanaman, and no, what we say, nanum, 2 years on an animal 2 years, no, and almost made this argument upon a fee, a bush, a cool, ahoro, a trino, a 2 years, and almost the yes, I don't know, any day, any Obuana, and one my dema, say, and penny for into and then I had to solve your problems now. They are going to buy, at the back on a court system, no, and then I had the problems on the one I've said about court issues are sometimes. We won't say attention, you know. They are all to me, and I say, oh, be no, or to me, cry a so, and no, I'm so cross a day, but then I'm the Nipano, a war in the same way, and I say, oh, to me, being to me, they do so. I ye BBA, Emma, who acquired the Wakuman to him. Yes, I know. Because when you're a before me, I show me opportunity of being a piano, over retaliating in a way. And that retaliation, the person that will be on my say, a perfume. At the say, and the crop before so by no to be yasa, I would tell him no before so. Now, the difference is peacemaking. Peacemaking, baby, no. It goes with sanctions. Into over here, even in the world space, you know, and I say global stage, you know, say, Abia or Mindy, any or Mindy, and I say import to Kabi, a cost or maybe na or more a decent of one, no. Yeah, chum so munjai, Momunyana Munyana, or Muncha, Siena, a do as to say, yeah, the Yama Asunjeba. It made the sanctions cry the Editusa or minus na the measures are, I say, yeah, chum, Senator Bitman, a ye or free as into Kwana Echo. And see, in the past, over internal conflict issues, says an Ayakin or Bokuma, we have used a peacemaking approaches, you know, very immediate one to say curfews, ne, and honky county, the go aquemu, and a go aquemu, not a use a different peace building strategies, you know, into bone say, ya pow, Nipokobia, or Moye, a kitche, naya small, someone afternoon, and Cocasa, do one or be warm, a do warm. National Peace Council, yes, Manapa, the National Peace Council, but of there, the institution is a new one more and can be done. I say, and no money be brilliant, capability or memono, and capability and seven. But I know you must show more any a cook damni, a teacher mudisa, a cool animal. I've been in an almost me any unprinfok and Cofocasa, and Moya, they almost me at the money be briano. And the yeah, not a fino. Cases now, you know, when I'm buying so and intelligence near then for me, that information. No more, I think a intelligence sometimes, and I think then one of the into him. That and you mean my boss, meaning I part of how I educate peace and in terms of ensuring safety and security. And the I get back one, a pan say about a difference of communal conflict. Contagious within a particular jurisdiction, you know. Say you use top down approach, you know, ne do one. And then I sometimes ne cannot acquire kanakaka because we won't say the people now are more war and to they don't own the process of resolving the issue. And see, I think say this time around, you know, in as much as some immediate sanctional and I say that direct peacemaking approaches maybe edugo akwemten ebe ebetinyama movement na there ajuju ana yetumi astronomy bia no. I would say yemfa bottom up approach enye boko conflict ni share. We should allow the people to own the process.
Okay.
Now I'm resolve issues, you know. when they own the process, normally result of they are able to identify injustice. They are able to identify the actual drivers of the issues. You know, they are able to identify it. Now, if you know, and so that process, you know, but as I say, a year bottom up approach, the people themselves should be much more involved. Then I don't I resolve on issue. For instance, and a OBA making offense allegation say, and I say as some assertion say, Omudike to nuclear ban, and I think was an assemblyman on one of your sister stations say the assemblyman is not even aware. And my question is that you, the assemblyman, what processes have you put in place to ensure say school cry school no but send in Kumaya akano assemblyman to me na you can only be part of the process in helping the security agencies by providing them with necessary information. That is how far you can go. When the security agencies or the intelligence community through the aspect of the interior ministry from the government making decisions that sometimes the situation on ground on need to know basis, it is not everybody that can be involved. That is why in the dispensation say security intelligence information need to know, because I am saying again, I've said this on several platforms, there are people in Bawku who are benefiting from the conflict. Yeah. There are people outside Bawku who are, some of them are indigenous, others are not indigenous, who are benefiting from the conflict. As a matter of urgency, even the warring factions, they benefit from the conflict one way or the other. There are some people, when situations like this are happening, they use that one to elevate their prominence by causing a lot of damage. Because so or many more. Yenim say a man who are actually can Burkina Faso any dia Boko. Who share my friend say violent extremism, any terrorism activities are also. Sabre, when we talk about the Sahel enclave, which Niger, Burkina Faso, Central African Republic, and the rest of those landlocked countries, part one. These issues are going on much more in those areas. So if you go to the 5 northern regions, there are movements of violent extremists in and out. In fact, if you show who say, "Ebi mukra etumi ba ebeje ayaresa e Ghana ha na omoko. Ebi mukra beto mu nbia no ha na omoko. Ebi mu beto mu nro ha na omoko." There's that in and out movement. Enti I know na ama aban biara abaso and amekaisa na na do aban eye ebon humbodin biara sene ebe ya containing issues. We use the first approach of the national framework for preventing violent extremism, for preventing conflict, which is the preventive approach. And then I saw the 5 northern regions, especially the border areas, so that the overflow within the Sahel regions, so that we can also pay attention to the internal issues, because Boko Haram, ISIS, and the rest of the people will not operate directly in your country. They will operate indirectly. So when activities of such nature are personal, fertile ground to those moving and coming out, they find affiliations of sponsoring people, and then retooling and resourcing them to be able to create much more of the chaos.
Say a bias say the peace friends say peacemaking view. They say the person will be a nimraso till their soldier for alcohol. Ya shake curfew 2 p.m. Copy anopa 6. Ya teacher run and rugo for your reporter just on the man now so fine juma. Bra mediation for so air causeway. They say China now okay say bottom up approach. Ya go from Bruno on the abobo mano. na ye no omo aka na omo te ase a enimse mpanifo aka ne omo ka ebeyi na soja fo ko omo ko sesie unu se ebema kam asumdua ba ho enimanimu ya
yes something America say we no ne dodo na immediate measures are so that they betumi eketeli situation no when you restrict movement they are ono the obaya asubra say on this amra no so no mechanical ye wo manimu na oman no nso no oman no wo mrapon na fi ni mrapon mu na so asan so ahihye ada mbra di adwuma enti say wo a wo di wundi so no I think say in all earnest I mean what dear friends say ni dey kwanso ne obo kwanso no I mean as say mbra no ni wudi because you cannot say ya shembra o memu e de so enyo anyamabo ni bia no obeka say wo de wuntimi na say wundi so I think that no ankasa class mpo e wo mbra e betumi e de atro but bottom up approach na America say we need to be able to identify certain individuals almost the opportunity in terms of your community Bawku community now we bring all of these people together now omoni omokasa adeba kwa masha ne so ne say wo medjuma ya me yemu ai normally ya me kono na me dinkita ho otumu say omo ade offense obosun kopa de ma omo chief any omo elders no and I think that we should be able to identify those elders and especially those in Accra. Eme nyina yenye di ade no ye di na nipa kakra bi na kasa nipa dodo no aye di a ade no eso enta o me nyina emfa ya no den enkom na ya ma ade no embrace se nipa dodo na ankasa na adnyema we no etumi koso more because then there are certain eminent persons that we expect them to even speak about the issue dispassionately, not taking sides. Send a better bit speech about Bawku any because you see, Bawku, if you look at the geographical location, and I've repeated this several times that if you look at the geographical location of Bawku, it is very crucial. One, to Omwankasamu Yem, and two, to Ghana's own economic offense gains in terms of livestock. Trade nti very crucial say you betimi make sure say be eduma na ya din kita on ama tukwana ba dia maybe omo dey so omo dey go akwemu curfew no na ahomte but say ade a you betimi dey go akwemu na ama ya sure say at least in terms of movement and all those things no yetimi abra no na yetimi room na ya dey say ya at this very point in time one of the things we also need to do is to do what we call disarmament nti the Small Arms and Light Weapon Commission should be working hand in hand with the Ministry of Interior because they fall under the Ministry of Interior. They should be working hand in hand to be able to also initiate a disarmament processes that able to immediately retrieve some of the weapons that we know say war system within the Bawku area.
Right. Doc, and I see P. I am from Paibon Territory. If it's already a so high, it's Paraba Kumasine dia. Not as a year, the baby as our two factions will be no. Let me a trigger. Na confess for Frabre.
Mamma will interto and Case. That is one of the effects and internet bring Nani Kusa Bode Rose. I say to me, Matisiba. Now, one other thing is say, one Casa more aircono. 75 is almost a more who quaint. Say, Yebama Asugaba, and also no Kumbe Kunapa, and the Metro say, Apunino, both the youth side and then the elderly with their women and children. All of them should come together because they have a history, and their history is one of a very beautiful history where they live, they eat together, they drink together. In fact, they have some festivals. During those festivals, it is so symbolic of how they were so united and they lived among themselves so very well. So let's revisit the old days and bring back that peace that we all need in Bawku. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's it. Dr. Sadiq Aduchum, we're a security analyst or no, and watch the alternative solution to the problem. Quite fast. The other pen for no contrastica, number wasi and Oman to Mwasia, and you started the bottom up approach. Now you hear quite a bit of fast Cassimi. I said, well, I can find one can be a Siwuk Massey. It's a FOB. I don't know. Right, just about 12 minutes here, you ready by a way. And then we young call Daddy Lumba said he can't was from the beginning of the show. Say, Yamiato suffering over the weekend. na abusuana bi book of condolence won cry is legon no fie obakuma ase so atimatim ha no sha ase asa no okro nti ama ne bofo Sempakani Samson that lumba fie wo atimatim na okoduru ho nso no said abusua no nso ne adofo aba ambotwa ajawe ni de akai that lumba no. We have the videos here na entie said the ho nsem Samson you want ka emache
ofa pejo so fa
weekend anti asempa seda lumba bambo ne sanwunu atono so na wakodu no fie wetimetim ho okodu ho hot saying
ofa medasi said odi kan dia to January teach mu no na no meda and you breach Kessbe and abo man Ghana na said ya no prewo so ma baba be drew wetimetim lumba fie ho na wura lumba fie ofa ni fast for be say wadua fruit ni bi e wa hase na afi so no ne maame amisa so stati eso esi hase kakaka na maba me ne abusuafo ni bi e bedi nkomo e ba ese nkomo ba apata ai nkomo hyehye am kyerese tumi da no ene enura ene no kwa ekoni pa aba to mo ba na omukọ mo ba na omukọ mbe tia na omukọ amugidi so me ba o matena si free emreye mu akosi anwumre se de asante amamre ene hyehye isi etie na ofa menchen ho no wonipa be enum ensia ewo efia ha lumba wo fa ase people so awo menchen a ene abusuafo kan no mo ebedi enkomo enti munya be ma wudin ede se kofi na mo ye wo fa ase am to sumi wona ye wo fa ase a to sumi no kofi dia ya wudin ankasa ne se kofi buate da memory da no moti asem no say na musi show mu we de na course nepa na course omo frɛ na ne ne frɛ no frɛ so yare but na ko hospital take ye frɛ no ofisi ko ti enra no confirm papa no eko memre da no mu memre da ko no eba fiada na na eba adadro adebati memre da no onti ko no ba memre da no Friday anumre adebati memre da no mo frɛ back na mo munya nti Saturday no yes esi amomoti ne yade bi anase de moti ya ne somdo ne ko hospital yeti ya no na re de ti ba na yi serious na yi serious dine ni bi a o ya on ko tuka no an ko ta ko tuka ono ne tuka wo kudo ne mo ai ka mo tima fama asibi ti nurses nko na de doctor bi na de ka no ta ba back na no no on the woman abrante ko fibo ati awufo ne lumba the last time one twatu a wona wo fa lumba kasa ye no e ba ye so na ifi ase nyina awhwe ha se ye to TMP so fa se to so the last time one wo fa kasa ya I want to interview mu a sa abahusin we no ba na yera bai and the mechanic said be June 2010 kasa min ko 2010 ne last Because the name is Ka. Send me 2000. Mamma dear, they will send me co and carry or front door and carry or Sadie and carry Sadie. Send me that. And I'm not the Catholic. That's it. And the last program of Kofuja or Edgier. Sesiano umame ene di lomba echi anase there be me mama na ketwa mama na ketwa e friend say Faustina and this one also kwa akra ho obachi enti one ye last born enti do so so ni so friend say there be omoyetre so first born dey say and akusa mpoma na wo falumba na be sheho ansa na mama aba ofa de ye ne ka say abrante kufibu ate oye elumba twetwemuto ne wo fa ase ankasa eno no ye hwe ese ye ne empanimfo ne bi so a omaba fi ha se ne bi so ebebon komo hwe de modom nse gu omobo a na asem no abo mu pusa na ye o mareho pa enti no ma me brana eni nkomo ma hu se dasiko se bunsu atare ne se wa wuti ni su dear Naba.
So the ambassador said, Lumba, the end not trust and Tampon, and not Tranquanta. I want to know school. Lumba, mammy, will be a not or brand who was said Lumba, yeah, mamma, farming, send them back. Mammy, you way of family will fear I'm not baby, be a for Lumba or Tessa will know. Of friends across your cabin and one kind. Namen tears, there be, and Yampa. To me, now we are friend, now we are friend. I say, would me a woo? To be so many come by me, banner for Staffuka. Me find out from me family who's a minion or the ending, or Sacosia, Miss Sophia. I say, Mammy, if you say, oh, be anyhow, to Miss Sophia, Colana, Mammy. I'm sorry, I beg my emblem, you know, today, be me to Mamma, let it a lumber. Lumba jayo, lumba kwa, enya sabkito. Jayo, lumba jayo.
Right, too bad. Something. Something. Brandon T. Edu besia on. Na obepe di akeni na odi aba. Na at the appropriate time no yabo amamam for. Tebuse for lumba fie ewo kuma se timetim na ohem se ohwe a ebusua ni nyina konkran. Ebusua ni nyina konkran nti dipan be kakra bi na omo eho nti ni fie wo Islegon eho na nyame adomo a ye de ho de ekoso so bebro echi ma me fact time kakra akai emma metiefo na minti amanfo so de obi a waka the boko conflict and matters arising that lumba de so ba buntitia pa mame na yenko 0500551 599933 0551 599933 0551 444 933 0551 444 933 so na also the owo ekebia no also odi atoaso okay
ma me fa Kessben traveling tour no na inwie no ansa na yakwa homa no so na enei se wo akwantu na pese otu a fa oni kyerem wo Kessben traveling tour na yemwa na tu kwan no ehon hyehye ne nkro no banyina wo de bedan ye betimi aboa wo da ya hwe wo mra bibia bekototen ede amount te ticket reservation as a travel consultancy na pay hotel reservation and as a flight schedules and wo pa fa ne nyina bedan Kessben traveling tour be a show se be ma kwan ana yetufo na ye bibia ma o how bia ema de ba ko bia sa betwem kura de ene de here ne say name ticket na person to on creditor eni medin komo e beto ticket na ma na wetimi edi etu kwan no Kessben traveling to echa kwan our first floor at that house adum kumase and afre 0209 434999 0209 434999.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Wofa Kofi.
Mbajo eti wo yenko.
Pampacho everyone sing mapa mudi. Ema mudi sene so me wofa ekasa. Nyame hira opa maniaje. Yo papa, daddy lumba de me and fans pa na me kasa fi agona be payase. Na be pasi krodio na ha dane abutu. Esan se ya hwere ade pa. Na de kasa daddy lumba de yesre nyankopon se onka na ho be owo bi ampo so afum ya obi pa ni para fanche na me so fanche no. Ni nyum ayra chichire eni nkrahye sem emaye ni fans ya niji. Did can say Bushia Momushede, Ghana Mine Nashade. The 9 year dear, send a mocker, yan be party dear, name me and fans pa, ye bay na ye waha. Sebastian in Amisha Swa, ye bab a time what you name in a Java Papana.
Okay, it I say so wa free na the oka also or the abba. Also it be a free now so yatonka. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
But your friends are free at you.
I told you I'll be a African as a bush.
It's you.
Me lumba se o bia by so pick man of me kwa buchi Germany me ku hu no oh lumba e nice pa one that example with that mo boy ya kwa country ya ka country because Germany ku hu mo oh ku hu mo pa so nice me lumba me ko e mwa kra it seems like kada kedi one sa sai obibini taki ko hu mo nyina o Germany Hamburg. Oh, we go home in Germany, Hamburg. So sad, so sad. And Crawford said, you move here, I am home at Kipa. There's about 5 or 6 weeks down here. They will declare that I can't do Miguana. At the same time, me back to a game with my cry as I now say that the Lumba show. So sad, so sad. Saying I'm so on can on a baby in your Obiano, Yamen Fanny, the cry here, my. Ya menka mo.
On ka so yes that's a person so a friend and wama yate wonka. Hello, good morning. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Wofa.
If I talk as every
Compactor coming from the Stanton of Miabra.
Patriot you.
For the best, Union Boko. None of pay offer. Yamin Shram. Meko, Domia Bontimo, Mikasa, Pao. Sir, Domoy and Amo, a beduk massy. Yet, yes, in school there. Offer your best room. Your best room. Your soldier for an account, woman is so nice, and Edgeman. Na Ghana for 24 Kasa. Papa no Kasa and Wakasa Palmatiano. Ghana for Kasa and Pennyphone Kasa, and for one bear woman Kasa. Nama Bruno, so Romuyamu Wabutre, we are here the Lumba Necono. In this 58 into Lumba de New Agro. We are here the NTS and Pennyphone woman Kasa.
Okay. Yes, so that's a pass or so a friend Oma Yate on so can I anopay. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
But it's you.
Mamoni Juma. Me the Kabushi, the Fiase. My master ni Daddy Lumba. Ama adiato ye nipa santema yashura de Ghana ma yashura de wiase nyina yashura de na enyanwa ni woman se wiase nyina no nyame yi ni patitru ba akoba no ba ye adwuma so de ama omai no nse nyame na ye na adwuma wie na amana basa tia Ghana fo nyina enja adwuma ni njam no na me nhyamo oma moni.
Right, yes, that's so afraid for your brand I be tie na ye de esi na afi adofo mu di o ma udane no ya to monkra ama mo happy birthday. Okay.
Over. Yanko hu. Happy birthday, Enko Emma Princess Khadija Omar Nasser. Say the family really loves you. Grow to be great from your mother, Salamatu. Enti Khadija Omar Nasser. And ewa woda happy birthday Enkoma. Happy birthday Enkoma sister Mabel Eduse. We a lecturer at St. Michael's Catholic Nursing and Midwifery Training College. Pram so we every air Karen Ejewa Asamwa Piaro Emma St. Michael Catholic Nursing and Midwifery Training College. Pram so happy birthday Enkoma. Happy birthday Enkoma, my lovely friend Era Amma. Or Asokori Rural Bank PLC with Princess Diana. Sian Kancho say happy birthday. Happy birthday and come my lovely daughter Priscilla. We if Mami Jennifer. Sian Kancho so dopa. Happy birthday and call Emfa Emma.
Happy birthday, somebody Miss Matilda Eniapam. Matilda Eniapam. Administrative officer, our quality control company limited Cocoa Board, Kase, Ilan Porto, and our Miss Matilda Pam. Today is your birthday. Way if you Baba Leticia of Kessben Marketing Department or say Yamenya Okasia or my year doing with cheap. Now the obey so emi pay ewo Yesu Christo and so edimu. Amen. Happy birthday, Son Conso and Ede Emma DJ Bronzy. DJ Bronzy, popularly known as King Kong Yame. King Konyame or Kweku Settings. Hey, we didn't also. DJ Bronzy, aka King Konyame or Kweku Settings of Still Waters Radio. Yinahini. We free Bema Dro. Yinahini. Or say Yame Inshra Pa. Happy birthday, Shonkoni Adema Monica Appiah. Monica Appiah, on set out for Nanama, is a student to University of Health and Allied Science of Volta region. This one is coming from DJ Bronzy Still Waters Radio. Or say Nyakopon Koso I don't talk. And the Shabusungo so na onye kese kra. We say for ha and I no pay ye de dwedin AC on behalf of the crew made up of Kabra Usu Dankwa Malawi in the production department and all the technical crew this year me de Kofi Appiah yes sorry so say Joe Laka that be for me trase no the midfielder sha good mu nsem no so aba beto so e de amamo yakramo.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Gotta pay some bills.
Metaphor would see me, and many will be enkomo kakra. Wonim say, Jabinra Bank PLC, any sika crabia, so we see a wusika woho, a free busumi and sa, and now busumi sia airqua, when your interest be brave. Yeah, a here say, we are a merger before a macamo album set a cool, and now SMEs, now be accounts, and no to me boy, and mamut me jebosia, the dimujuma snowy amope. Now make I say, Yambus.